I used to be a banker,
but I lost interest.
Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank. I'm gonna let you are having a great day. And in today's video, I'd like to sit back in my very squeaky chair and have a little conversation with all of you guys about the current state in general of the trading card game market and examine the anti-hype going on, as well as answer the question, if the TCG everything bubble pops, what is Uncle Frank's plan to survive the complete collapse of our way of life? So before we begin, let's just quickly go down the most recent-ish boxes for each of the major TCGs currently available on TCG Player, and just take a look at their prices. So obviously the big one, Phantasmal Flames, the newest Pokemon set, hot ticket item, has a Charizard, has a Golden Charizard. Really small set though. Boxes are currently sitting around $270. One Piece box number 13 carrying on as well. Prices are around $180. Saw some selling for as low as $150, but those seem to be few and far between. Avatar, The Last Airbender collector booster boxes are trending currently at around $430. Whispers in the Well, which is the newest Lorcana set, which has an absolutely beautiful Goliath card in it. I will say that. Boxes for that are around $100. Super Slam, which is the most recent major Flesh and Blood set, has boxes trending at around $75. Secrets of Power, the most recent Star Wars set, has booster boxes trending at around $60, with Carbonite boosters of around $150. I didn't mention the Avatar regular booster boxes. I think those are around $150. Oh, and Avatar also has the Jumpstart booster boxes, which are around $80, and that one actually really shocked me. And then finally, I know nobody's asking this, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Doom of Dimensions, the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh box, most recent Yu-Gi-Oh release, is trending at around $35. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I love to see it. Just keep on doing what you're doing, Konami. I'm sure this will work out for you guys sooner or later. So why do I bring up the prices of all these boxes? Well, earlier today, a friend of mine and I, we were having a conversation on the phone over the current state of the TCG market. And the conversation, it eventually ended up at the idea that maybe we are in a cooling off period right now for major TCGs. There is a definite lull in sales. It is winter, which is usually a colder time for a lot of trading card games, barring, of course, the big Cyber Weekend sale and the days right at Christmas when people are getting their gift money. But for the most part, winter is usually a downturn for TCGs in general. And we both watch a lot of different content creators here on YouTube and apparently elsewhere. I guess there's another video platform he watches that I'm not aware of. Odyssey, I think he called it. I should ask him about that at some point. Anyway, I'm getting off track. And there's a lot of buzz in the content creator world about markets collapsing, markets turning, Pokemon finally collapsing, Magic collapsing, everything all at once. Everything seems to be trending downwards, and there's a lot of fear and fervor right now that in the near future we are going to see the most recent major bull market that we've been experiencing across most trading card games switch over to a violent bear market. This, of course, is exacerbated by people talking about selling off their collections and looking for as much money as they can get for what they've built up over the last few months, right? Crazy stuff altogether. But if you ask me, and he did ask me, what I would do if everything suddenly flipped and if Avatar collector boosters hit, I don't know, 350, if everything just continues its downward trend and the market does go completely belly up, what would I do? My answer to that is simple. I would continue doing the same thing I have been doing for several years now. I would continue to buy bulk, and I would continue to sort bulk, and I would continue to list and sell bulk. I tend to be of the opinion that you, as someone who's trying to make money with your hobbies, you should stick to what you know, and you should stick to what you're good at. I know how to sort bulk, and I'm kind of good at sorting bulk. So to someone like me, market trends don't really affect me as much. I was not worried and I was not upset when Pokemon had this huge spike earlier this year. And the reason for that was because it did not matter to me, for the most part, that I could not get Pokemon booster boxes at MSRP. The reason is, I'm still going to get bulk regardless. People are still going to crack those boxes and get hundreds of cards that they don't want, and they're going to sell them all for bulk prices. It's going to work just fine for me, right? Inversely, it does not bother me one bit that Doom of Dimensions is a $35 box, because I'm still going to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk just the same. And I'm going to sort it, add it to my inventory, and sell it for the exact same floor price as every other bulk card I list. Do I buy sealed product from time to time? Yeah, of course. I am a huge fan of basically every card game I can get my hands on. So obviously, I'm not blind to the market, and I'm not trying to say that I'm unaffected by the market, because obviously I do get affected. Obviously, if things skyrocket, I lose out on buying opportunities. If things plummet, I lose money in the short term. But what I am saying, what I am saying is that my general approach and my general, the way that I make money, the way I try to make money here with the hobby, is largely disconnected from the price of sealed product and from the general hype and freakouts that other content creators tend to focus on. If only because I focus so thoroughly on what is essentially, for most people, not everyone, but most people, the bottom of the value chain, bulk, right? But this mentality doesn't have to only apply to Uncle Frank. The idea that you should focus on what you know and what you're good at does not need only apply to me. If you have a game plan, if you have a game plan, if you are smart with your money, and I'm rarely smart with my money, just being honest here. If you have a game plan, if you're smart with your money and you know what you're doing, and you're not just trying to leverage credit to make a quick buck, and some other caveats too, but those are the big ones, you tend to largely be immunized against market shakeups and market freakouts, especially if you are like Uncle Frank and you diversify the brands you are connecting to. If I am incapable of getting a hold of Pokemon sealed product, that doesn't bother me that much, because I can buy Weiss Schwartz sealed product, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed product, or I don't know, I guess Whispers in the Well, because I do want that Goliath at some point. I'm probably going to have to shell out money for that Goliath card, now that I think about it. It looks really... When you have an opportunity, go to TCG Player and look at the Enchanted Goliath art. That looks... I love that. I'm going to have that card in my collection sooner or later. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me that when things go up or down, my goals, my plan, my road for the future remains largely unchanged, regardless of short-term bumps in that road. I know what my goals are, and I know what my game plan is. So when things change, when people are freaking out, when someone has $10,000 on a credit card that he just used to buy Spider-Man boxes at $1,000 a pop, and now they're under $400. That freak out doesn't affect me one bit. I will happily buy his bulk the same as anyone else's bulk. Oh man, fun stuff, fun stuff. You know, I could not possibly spend this video telling you exactly what your game plan should be in the event of market turns, because I have no idea what your game plan is now, right? But if you were to ask me what my game plan is, should the market flip and should hype turn to hate and Pokemon boxes go back to being $90 and everyone exits and the market becomes super toxic for the average buyer, seller, collector, investor, my answer is I would continue doing what I have been doing. Buying bulk, selling bulk. It has worked for me thus far, and I anticipate that it will, for the most part, continue working for the long term. I have had very little cause to suspect that it won't work for what I want it to work for, right? And again, I want to reiterate, it's not that I don't buy sealed product. It's not that I don't have an interest in holding on to sealed product. I do buy boxes and cases of what interests me, and I do invest in certain products. But for the most part, I am focused on this, in this garage, on bulk. It's just how it is. I'm unbothered. I'm in my lane. What's the meme? Hang on, it's moisturized, unbothered, in my lane. I think there was another thing for it. The meme of the guy like sitting in the pond, looking super content with life. I'm gonna look that up right after this video is done recording. Anyway, all I want to say, if there's anything to take out of this video, is that markets will go up and markets will go down all the time. If you have a game plan and if you know what you're doing and you're smart, markets going up, markets going down, all that means is different kinds of opportunities. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you agree with me, if you think I'm crazy. I probably am a bit crazy, but that's beside the point. Head on over to Patreon. I have a Patreon page now if you want to throw money at me. I have a Discord if you want to chat with me. And that's really all I got for you kids today. Thank you so much for watching once again, and have a great... It's probably going to be Thanksgiving by the time you guys see this video, so happy Thanksgiving! Ciao!